enough negative people in the world. You got to look for the opportunities. You got to see the silver lining. You can't look for all the clouds and all the gloom and all the doom. Your attitude is very important, but it starts in your mind. If you've got a good attitude, you've got a chance to achieve everything. If you've got a bad one, you got a chance to be a pain in the ass. That's what you'll be. I really mean that. It's no fun to be around people like that. And you know and I know. So I think the attitude is pretty important. C could stand for a lot of things. I think it stands for the word character. And people sometimes mix up character and reputation. Reputation is simply what people perceive me to be. Character is what I am. It's what I believe. It's what I'll die for. Important? Yeah, it's important. But I've heard a lot of stories over the years about character. There was a great story about a golfer who hit the ball, went into the rough, and as he went to approach the rough to hit it to the green, the ball moved. So nobody saw it move. This is actually a true story. It was Bobby Jones. And, he didn't say anything. He hit the ball, went to the green. And when it was time to say what he said, I made an extra shot. The ball moved when I was addressing it. Well, the officials came to him and said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah, it moved." Well, it's a stupid rule, but it is the rule, Doc. And he was fined one shot. He lost the U.S. Open that year by one shot. But how many people would have the character, the courage, the commitment to say that? Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known except who? Bobby Jones. Like I say, I think it's the stupidest rule in the world. I play golf all the time. Hell, I kick mine if I have to. So I think character is very, very important. And the last word is E. The E will stand for enthusiasm. If you don't like what you're doing, gang, don't do it. But don't mope and gripe and complain and gripe about everything. If you don't like it, don't do it. But if you have a job, you have an opportunity, do it with enthusiasm. Get excited. Be good to the people you work with. Be good to the people you work for. That's the important thing. You're not the only one, and I'm not the only one. They got to deal with a lot of people. So when you come to work, have a smile on your face. Oh, I know you might have had a bad argument at home, or the coffee was no good or whatever, but smile once in a while. Get happy. Get enthusiastic. Thank God for the opportunities we have in life. And we do have opportunities. And I think they're essential. I'm not going to talk to you. I talk about a lot of things. I'm pretty conservative in my thinking. Sometimes I talk about politics, but I won't do that. I'll talk about things I think are important. I think America, politics is important. It's just stupid. They missed the meaning of the whole damn thing. Is you're supposed to serve, not get served, but, that's the way it goes. But anyway, I read something a long time ago. I'm going to read it to you. I don't know verbatim all the time. I know some of the time I read them, not all the time. And you think about, we're talking about the history of this country, what's this, that movement. 1861, this is a long time ago. A guy named Abe Lincoln. Probably the only guy who effected more change in the history of this country than any other person. For one reason. He understood the God-given principle that all men were created equal in the eyes of God and deserved equal opportunities. That was Abe Lincoln. Don't get it mixed up with somebody else. That was Abe Lincoln. And because of that belief, he lost his life. He was assassinated. But it was the right thing to do, and he did it. And it changed the course of America. One of his speeches back then, he was talking about the state of our society, basically, I would say. And he said, you cannot bring about prosperity by discouraging thrift. He said, you cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. He said, you cannot help the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. He said, you cannot further the brotherhood of man by encouraging class hatred. You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot keep out of trouble by spending more than you earn. And you cannot build character and courage by taking away man's initiative and independence. And ultimately, you cannot do for men what they could and should do for themselves. I didn't say it, he said it.